Imagine being told that you, a poor farmer, hiding in fear, are the one chosen to deliver an entire nation from its enemies. Imagine leading only 300 men against a vast army, like locusts, armed only with torches and trumpets. That is the story of Gideon, a man who doubted himself, but discovered what God can do with a willing heart. After the Lord delivered Israel through Jael, Deborah, and Barak, the Israelites went to doing evil again. The people of Israel once again turned away from God. As punishment, he allowed the Midianites to oppress them. These invaders swarmed like locusts, stealing crops, livestock, and destroying everything in sight. The land was left bare. Families hid in caves. Hunger and despair filled Israel. For 7 years the people lived under terror, until they finally cried out to God for help. In a hidden winepress, a young man named Gideon was threshing wheat in secret, afraid the Midianites would steal it. Suddenly, an angel of the Lord appeared and said, "The Lord is with you, mighty man of valor." Gideon looked around in disbelief. "Pardon me, my lord, but if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? Where are all his wonders our ancestors told us about?" The angel replied, "Go in the strength you have, and save Israel out of Midian's hand. Am I not sending you?" Still Gideon protested, "But how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family." And then came the promise, "Surely I will be with you, and you will strike down all the Midianites, leaving none alive." Doubting, Gideon asked for proof. He said to the angel, "If I have found grace in your sight, show me a sign that you're talking with me. Do not depart from me yet, until I bring my present and set it before thee." And the angel answered, "I will wait until you return." Gideon then prepared an offering of meat and bread. The angel touched it with his staff, and fire rose from the rock, consuming it instantly. Gideon fell to his knees in fear. "Alas, sovereign Lord! I have seen the angel of the Lord face to face." But the Lord reassured him, "Peace, do not be afraid. You are not going to die." That night, Gideon built an altar and named it Jehovah Shalom, meaning, "The Lord is peace." That same night, God instructed Gideon to scatter the altar that was built for Baal and build one for the Lord thy God. Scared, Gideon built the altar at night so no one would know it was him. When the Midian men awoke in the morning, they asked who had done this thing. And they were told that it was Gideon the son of Joash who did it. The men of the city said to Joash, "Bring out your son so that he may die for what he's done." He cut down the grove beside the altar and destroyed the altar also. "For that he should die." Joash answered, "Will you plead for Baal? Can he not plead for himself since he's a god?" Even after the angel's sign, Gideon was still uncertain. He prayed, "If you will save Israel by my hand, as you promised, look, I will place a piece of wool on the threshing floor. If there is dew only on the wool, and all the ground is dry, then I will know you will save Israel by my hand." The next morning the wool was soaked, but the ground was dry. Still, Gideon asked again, for the opposite, and once again God answered. With courage restored, Gideon gathered 32,000 men, but God said, "You have too many. If Israel wins with this number, they will boast, 'My own strength has saved me.'" So Gideon announced, "Anyone who trembles with fear may turn back." 22,000 left. 10,000 remained. But the Lord said again, "There are still too many. Bring them to the water, and I will test them there myself." At the water's edge, God tested them. The Lord said to Gideon, "Ask them to drink water. Anyone who scoops the water with their tongue like a dog does will be sent home, but anyone who scoops the water with their hands will remain." Gideon did as the Lord asked him, and those who lapped water like dogs were sent home. Only those who cupped water in their hands remained, 300 men. And the Lord declared, "With the 300 men that lapped, I will save you." That night, God spoke, "Go down against the camp, for I have given it into your hands. If you are afraid, go down and listen to what they are saying." Gideon crept near the enemy camp. He overheard a soldier telling a dream. "I saw a loaf of barley bread rolling into the Midianite camp. It struck the tent with such force that it overturned and collapsed." Another soldier replied, "This can be nothing other than the sword of Gideon. God has given Midian into his hands." Hearing this, Gideon bowed in worship. His courage was unshakable. He returned to his camp and told the 300 men, "Arise, for the Lord has delivered the host of Midian unto us." Gideon divided his 300 men into 3 companies. Each man carried a trumpet, an empty jar, and a torch inside the jar. He said unto them, "Look unto me, and do as I do." At midnight they surrounded the Midianite camp. Suddenly Gideon gave the signal. They blew the trumpets, smashed the jars, lifted the torches high and shouted, "A sword for the Lord and for Gideon!" The Midianites awoke in chaos. In confusion, they turned their swords against each other and fled in terror. Israel pursued the fleeing Midianites and destroyed them. The land was freed, the people were saved, but Gideon knew the truth. The victory did not belong to him, nor to his 300 men. It belonged to God alone. The story of Gideon teaches us that God does not need large numbers, wealth, or power to achieve his purposes. He uses the weak, the doubtful, and the humble, so that his glory shines brighter. When we feel small and insignificant, Gideon's story reminds us, if God is with us, who can stand against us? Please subscribe and come back for more Bible stories. Thank you for watching.